What if I told you that right now, someone you trust, a friend, a colleague, even a family member, secretly resents you? And worse, they're hiding it behind a smile? Studies suggest that nearly 60% of people have experienced betrayal by someone they considered close. The truth is, hidden hatred is more common than we admit. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a victim of their emotions. Today, we'll uncover the subtle signs of concealed animosity and how to rise above it with unshakable clarity. We've all felt that nagging doubt. The friend who's suddenly distant, the coworker whose jokes feel a little too sharp. These moments leave us questioning ourselves. But this video isn't about paranoia. It's about empowerment. Stoicism teaches us to observe without being ruled by others' actions. By the end, you'll recognize 10 red flags of hidden resentment and, more importantly, learn how to respond with wisdom and strength. This isn't about changing them. It's about mastering your peace. Sign 1. The avoidance of meaningful eye contact. Eyes reveal truths the tongue dares not speak. When someone persistently dodges your gaze during a serious conversation, it's more than mere coincidence. It's an unspoken confession. Perhaps their eyes flicker downward, tracing the cracks in the floor, or they feign distraction, scrolling aimlessly on their phone. Maybe they lock onto a distant point, pretending to listen while their mind is miles away. What does this tell you? In the language of human nature, avoidance is a primal signal of unease, be it guilt, insecurity, or an internal battle they refuse to share. But here's the Stoic question. Is this truly about you, or a war waging within them? Their reaction is not your responsibility. Do not chase validation in averted eyes or restless fidgets. Speak your truth with clarity and composure. Plant your words with purpose, but detach from the need for approval. The weight of interpretation is theirs to carry. Your duty? To express, not to control. Let go, and you will find peace in your own intent. Sign 2. Backhanded compliments. You're so brave to wear that. At first, it sounds like a compliment, harmless, maybe even encouraging. But listen closely. Do you hear it? That thinly veiled condescension, the hidden smirk behind the words? This isn't praise, it's a dagger wrapped in silk. A subtle jab designed to plant doubt, to make you question yourself. But why should you? Why let someone else's insecurity dictate your confidence? Seneca reminds us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The real insult isn't in their words, it's in how we choose to interpret them. So, don't absorb their negativity. Instead, reframe it. See their remark for what it is, a reflection of their own fears, their own need to tear down what they don't understand. Smile. Say, thank you. Not out of submission, but out of quiet power. Watch their expression shift, their mask slip. In that moment, their true nature will be exposed, not yours. And you remain untouchable. Sign 3. Closed body language. Their arms are crossed like a fortress, shoulders angled away as if shielding themselves from an unseen threat. Their body language isn't just distant. It's a wall, a silent but deliberate warning. Stay away. Instinct might urge you to mirror their tension, to shrink in response, to let their cold demeanor dictate the atmosphere. But here's the Stoic truth. You are not responsible for their posture, their mood, or the barriers they erect. What you can control is your own presence. Will you let their guarded stance chip away at your confidence? Or will you plant your feet firmly, straighten your spine, and reclaim your space? Stand tall, not with arrogance, but with quiet strength. Breathe deeply, anchoring yourself in the moment. Let their resistance be just that, theirs. Their energy is a storm, but you are the mountain. Unmoved, unshaken. Their discomfort doesn't belong to you, and their walls are not yours to break down. Sign 4. They gossip about you. If they'll talk about you behind your back, rest assured, they've already spoken to you with false smiles and hollow nods. Gossip is nothing more than cowardice wrapped in the illusion of confidence, a feeble attempt to wound from the shadows rather than confront in the light. The weak find solace in whispers because they lack the strength to face the truth. But you, why lower yourself to their level? Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire yet refused to be ruled by pettiness, understood this well when he wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." What power is there in retaliation when dignity is your greatest weapon? Rise above. Let your actions render their words meaningless. Let your silence, calm yet resolute, unnerve them more than any retort ever could. Integrity is a fortress, unshaken by rumors, untouchable by slander. And when their voices fade into irrelevance, you will remain undefeated, unbothered, unbreakable. Sign 5. They don't celebrate your wins. A promotion at work, a blossoming new relationship, moments that should be met with cheers and warm congratulations. Yet, from certain people, all you receive is a cold, dismissive silence or a sarcastic remark disguised as humor. Have you ever noticed how their smiles falter, how their voices tighten ever so slightly when you share your success? Envy thrives in the unseen, lurking in side eyes and forced indifference, feeding on unspoken resentment. But here's the truth. Your joy is not dependent on their approval. It is yours, pure, untainted, and fully deserved. Do not let their bitterness dilute your triumph. Imagine a candle dimming itself out of fear that its flame shines too brightly for others. Ridiculous, isn't it? Instead, let your light burn unapologetically. As Epictetus wisely said, seek not for others to admire you, but to admire your own choices. In the end, what matters most is not their reaction, but your unwavering ability to celebrate yourself. Sign 6. Inconsistent behavior. Hot and cold. One moment, they shower you with attention, their words dripping with warmth and sincerity. The next, they vanish into the void, leaving you questioning everything. Is it something you said? Something you did? No, this isn't mystery, it's manipulation. A calculated game designed to keep you off balance, craving their validation like a gambler chasing the next win. But a Stoic does not gamble with their peace. Step back. Observe the pattern with a steady mind. Is their presence a source of strength, or merely a cycle of confusion and doubt? A genuine connection does not feel like walking on unstable ground, never knowing when the next earthquake will hit. The wise do not waste their energy deciphering inconsistent people. They recognize the truth and act. So, ask yourself, is this person an asset to your journey, or a distraction pulling you away from inner peace? Choose with clarity, for your life story deserves characters worthy of its pages. Sign 7. Dismissive of your feelings. Have you ever been told, you're overreacting? Those two words, laced with dismissal, can feel like a slap in the face, reducing your emotions to an inconvenience rather than a valid human experience. It's a subtle power play, a tactic used to make you question your own reality, to strip you of the right to feel what you feel. But here's the truth. Your emotions are yours, and no one else has the authority to dictate their legitimacy. Instead of engaging in a futile battle for validation, respond with unwavering composure. I'm entitled to my perspective. Say it calmly, firmly, without aggression, without apology. Then, let silence be your final word. Walk away, not in defeat, but in mastery of your own peace. Because your inner tranquility is not up for negotiation. Why waste energy seeking approval from those who refuse to see you? True strength lies in knowing when to disengage, when to choose yourself over their attempts to control your narrative. Sign 8. Boundary violations. They conveniently forget your limits, pushing past them as if they were never there, showing up at your doorstep unannounced, invading your space under the guise of casual visits. Their questions aren't innocent. They dig, pry, and probe, searching for vulnerabilities wrapped in the illusion of concern. But a Stoic understands that self-respect is non-negotiable. You are the gatekeeper of your mind, your time, your peace. When someone disregards your boundaries, do not waver. Speak with clarity and conviction. I've already shared my limits. I expect them to be honored. And if they persist, refusing to acknowledge the walls you have built to protect your well-being, pause and ask yourself, is this relationship a bridge that supports me or a burden that weighs me down? True connections respect boundaries. Those who trample them reveal their true nature. Will you allow such intrusions to chip away at your peace, or will you stand firm, unwavering in the face of disrespect? Sign 9. Sabotage your efforts. They accidentally miss deadlines that directly impact your progress, leaving you scrambling at the last minute. They dismiss your ambitions with a casual shrug, as if your goals are nothing more than fleeting whims. But make no mistake, this isn't mere carelessness or coincidence. This is sabotage, subtle yet insidious, born from their own insecurities. Why? Because your success threatens their comfort. Because watching you rise forces them to confront their own stagnation. But here's where you flip the script. Channel Marcus Aurelius. The obstacle is the way. Let their resistance sharpen your resolve. When they delay, you plan ahead. When they undermine, you build stronger foundations. When they doubt, you move in silence. Every act of quiet defiance is a declaration that their roadblocks will become your stepping stones. Will you let their fear define your limits? Or will you turn their resistance into fuel, pushing forward, harder, prouder, and unstoppable? Sign 10. They never initiate contact. You're always the first to text, the first to call, the one who carefully plans every meeting, every conversation, every moment. Yet, how often do they reach out first? How often do they make you feel truly valued? One-sided relationships don't just exhaust your time. They erode your spirit, leaving you questioning your worth. Imagine pouring water into a cup with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you give, it's never enough. Stoicism doesn't teach blind endurance of neglect. It teaches self-respect. Why waste energy on those who treat your presence as an afterthought? Instead, invest in those who reflect your efforts, who meet you halfway, who prove through action, not empty words, that they value you. Friendship, love, respect, these should never be begged for. When you choose reciprocity, you choose peace, self-worth, and relationships that nourish rather than deplete you. And that you will never regret. Conclusion. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed these signs? How did you respond? Share your story below. This community thrives on wisdom. And if this resonated, share it. Someone out there needs this clarity. Remember, knowledge is power, but action is victory. We can't control who secretly resents us, but we can choose to live with purpose, unshaken by hidden shadows. I'll leave you with this. What if, instead of fearing their hatred, you pitted their inability to be free? Walk forward. Your light isn't dimmed by their darkness. Until next time, stay unbreakable.